Hello and namaste all. Welcome to the video. So it's been a while since I made any video and posted it on YouTube because I was kind of occupied in writing the book which I just published on Amazon. So I think I after writing the book I became a little tired and I just needed some time to relax and feel the energy back in me. Still, I am not fully recovered from about mental energy. I am still relaxing a bit, going with the natural flow. Okay, so about books, I have something to share with you all. So I have two books by Osho. One is Learning to Silence the Mind, Wellness through Meditation. Another is Meditation, the First and Last Freedom. Okay, so I have completed reading this book, and I am reading this book. I have completed two chapters and about to start the third chapter. So anyway, first of all, I want to share that I was a very slow reader or deep reader, and I used to take a lot of time to read any book or understand it. So I thought reading books is not for me because I don't really feel interested to read books or something. So I actually gave up on reading books because I was not able to read books. But to my surprise, this book I read in 1 week. Can you imagine that? For a person who doesn't like to read books, for somebody who is very slow at reading, this book it is a 180 plus pages. I read cover to cover in 1 week, Sunday to Sunday. So because this book was that much interesting, and it is simple, it goes in the flow. Okay, so people should write books in such a way that everybody understands and it is easy to digest the words and go through this train of thought. I hardly required dictionary. There were only about 2 to 3 words which I didn't know or knew in this book. So I required a dictionary, but very less. But 90% of this book was very easy and simple, that if I just go through these lines, I am able to understand. So I felt very happy reading this book, and I really enjoyed reading this book. So beginners can also pick up this book and read it. Beginners, advanced, everybody. This book is so there is a practical meditation technique given at the end of the book called Nada Brahma meditation technique at the end of the book, and most of the book until this chapter is about meditation, discussing about meditation, what is meditation and what is not meditation, and how and why the meditation became famous in the East in the olden ancient days, and why it is now becoming famous in the West and again coming to the East. The differences between the East and West in the cultural differences, social and religious differences, philosophical differences, all of these things have been talked about in this book with really funny stories. I really laughed reading these stories mentioned in this book as an examples for us to make understand, also sarcasm. So about meditation, there is a lot of stuff in this. Before reading this book, I theoretically knew a little bit that meditation can be applied to our day-to-day life, but most of the time for me, meditation was a technique or a process that I would do by closing my eyes and sitting aside. But after reading this book a little and finishing this book, I am able to bring meditation, outside from that little process of sitting and silently closing my eyes into my day-to-day activities like walking, eating food, taking a bath, and just observing nature, watching things. Anytime this meditation has come out of from this bowl, and it is now more in me, that my life and outer perspective, my awareness, outlook, ability to watch, observe, perceive things, quality of life have improved after reading these books, because they opened my perception of meditation. I thought meditation is a practice, a technique that we have to practice, like close our eyes and observe the breath. Anapanasati. Okay, so this technique, but it actually helps us to have meditation in our day to day life. That is actually one of the main goals of this book, that integrating meditation and using it and being in meditation in a day to day life. So that is something great reading from this book. So I'll just tell you something from this book, okay, whichever I remember. Okay, so there is actually a lot in this book that we can read. From what is meditation, meditation is your nature, meditation and the failure of success. Because of the success of the Western world, they became so popular and self-sufficient in the materialistic world, but their failure is the inner reality. Okay, they have all the materialistic success, but they have inner poverty. That is why they have come to the meditation. So this philosophy is said in this book. And while Eastern countries like India is now not as affluent as it used to be, that meditation has disappeared from India and now it is coming back to India. So such point of views are there in this book. Meditation is life and not livelihood. Healing the split between body and soul. Mind is a chatterbox. So how to separate ourselves from mind. Difference between self-awareness and self-consciousness. Okay, all kinds of things are there in this book. Definitely one should read this book to gain more knowledge about meditation. And the first and last freedom, this book I read only 2 chapters. This book feels similar to this book, but they are very different. Content is different. Similarities are there, but not the same. But as I'm reading this book, I'm getting more knowledge and more depth about meditation, that it is not just sitting silently with eyes closed and watching, that is meditation. But also when you are not doing that, you came into your daily life, even then you are in meditation. That is something I learned from this book. Meditation, the most important thing, first one is the relaxation, being relaxed, calm, happy. And next one is the watchfulness, observation, awareness, wakefulness, alertness, but not concentration. You should not no, just relax, let go, relax, no concentration, no contemplation, no thinking, just relax. First step. Then we are watching. Okay, now I'm watching my hand. What is there? Nothing to do, no doing, just being. Okay, this is my hand, and I'm not making any judgments that, okay, I'm not thinking that my hand has so many lines on it, but I'm just watching my hand, and just like that, I take this book, I'm just watching, just observing, just enjoying the watching of this book. No thinking, nothing, no thought. Or just watching the sky, watching the birds. I'm not doing, nothing doing. Just being. This is the main concept from this book, that there is nothing to do. You don't have to do anything. Just being, that is sufficient. So this is the brilliant thing said in this book. So like that, there are many things in this book, to just be. Difference between doing and being. Meditation is being, not doing. Okay, just be. No thoughts, no judgment, no dialogue, no mind activity. Keep mind aside and you are just watching. This is something I learned from this book, something really great. And I hope to learn more things from these books. And if possible, maybe I will share on this channel about more things that I learned from this book. Okay. Thank you so much.